Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I saw this post on social media and I thought it was such a great thing to share, so I'm going to share it. It says, stay away from people who expect you to prioritize them, but don't think twice about putting you last. Have you ever been in a situation like that where you are constantly being the person to go out of your way, to check in, to check up, putting people before you all the time? Now, it's a selfless act, to put people before you. And I get that to a certain extent, but not to the detriment of your self-care, your mental health. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. This goes right into that. Stop putting other people in front of yourself, even your significant other, even your children. You cannot give from an empty cup. And women, we do this, and I'm not saying men don't. Women tend to do this, I think, at a much higher rate because as mothers, we tend to do this all the time. We got to put, my kids come first. Actually, no. You come first, because if you are not clicking at 100%, you can't expect to be able to help your children. And you have a lot of kids, when I say kids, when I see the children of older folks in their 30s and their 40s, in my age range, who are now going to therapy because of all of the trauma that they have experienced from their parents, not putting themselves first to get themselves right, to raise them right. Does that make sense? Think about that. People always say, my children come first. And I understand the what they mean by that, but really when you break it, when you really get down at the granular level, you have to put yourself first. Because if you are not together, you will not be able to keep your household together. You will not be able to keep your children together. None of it, or anybody else that it falls under your responsibility. You have to make sure that your mind is right. You have to make sure that you take care of yourself. I think I've given this example before. When air pressure changes, in the cabin of an airplane, the first thing that they tell you in the, case of emergency is for parents, caregivers, to put their mask on first. That way, they've got oxygen, they're able to, breathe properly and pay attention so that they can help their children, loved ones, or whoever they're traveling with. They will tell you that. So you got to think of it that way. Take care of your mental health. Prioritize you. Self-care is not selfish. I know that is a major phrase that has been used out here for a long time. And it's so true. Self-care is not selfish. It is necessary. And please, you got to stop keeping people around you who don't think twice about kicking you to the side. That's not the type of tribe you want around you. Pay attention to the people around you. If you are constantly downing yourself, if you're constantly talking down and you're constantly finding negativity, you are going to attract that. You're not going to attract greatness. You're not going to attract, people who push you and challenge you and stretch you. So please, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I want to say it again. I told you every so, often through these episodes through the month of May, we're going to talk about mental health. So prioritize yourself, because nobody else can prioritize you but you. Not even your parents, not your significant other, not your children, not your pastor, not your siblings. Nobody can prioritize you but you. And don't ever let people push you to the side like you are unimportant, because everyone out here is serving a purpose. So I don't know who that's for. I know we always say that. I don't know who that's for. I feel like it's partly for me, but I'll tell you, I've made a lot of these changes over the past, I would say, decade or so, where I've had to, really sift through and pick out a lot of toxic people, things, trains, planes, and automobiles. I really haven't. And, I don't want to make light of it. I know I chuckle about it, but because it really is, looking back, like, how did I not see that? How did I not get that? How did I not clue in? It's because I wasn't making myself a priority. I wasn't making myself a priority, my mental health a priority, none of it. I was just allowing situations to just bowl over me and just take over my mind. But once I started taking care of my sanity, my mind, going to therapy, and being more open to possibility of not just this what you grew up in, what you knew. There's always something else. Always. But sometimes we're so used to doing something one way, that's the only way we see it, that we miss the blessing. That's just a fact. So again, I hope this message helps someone, and I'm going to read this again so that y'all can get it. It is, stay away from people who expect you to prioritize them, but don't think twice about putting you last. Self-care is not selfish. Take care of you. All right, you guys, like, share, subscribe to this podcast. Please share it out. Tag me on Instagram and let me know that you're listening and that you're sharing this podcast with other people that you think would enjoy it. This is a podcast that surrounds lifestyle stuff for the everyday small business owner and entrepreneur and beyond. We talk to everyone, but I definitely hone in on those particular subject matters because it's who I am and it's what I know. Tag me on social media, on Instagram, because I'm on Instagram the most, and I will repost you in my Instagram stories and shout you out. All right, you guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.